Welcome to Wargroove! This is Sneaky Dragon, and I'm on the Davy Zone, an awesome Wargroove streamer. We're kind of doing a co-op thing to showcase my new Fog FFA map. This is version 0, it's a beta. You can expect a little bit of hairiness, maybe some glitches, the first turn, second turn, third turn advantage counters might be a little bit weird. Some of the hideouts that aren't supposed to produce might produce if I missed one, but either way, it'll be a really fun free-for-all fog match. This map is entirely designed around the idea that there is only one way to build new thieves and rifles. That's the hideout at the center of the map. But to offset that, there's not a lot else in the center. All the villages are in the mid-ring or the outer ring. Your immediate expansion is right by your opponent's stronghold. Additionally, your opponent on the other side of you is tempted to capture their villages and start pushing towards your rookery. So you kind of have to decide, okay, defend your stronghold, go for villages, or maybe attack on the other side, kind of where you're not as strong, but get some villages far from enemy production. You have to make decisions whether to go left, right, or center, or maybe try to get that middle hideout, grab a rifle and get it the hell out of there before it dies. There's the ability to make merfolk on this map. You can do it in the reefs near the ports. You can get those merfolk all the way to the center to hide them in the reefs and attack things on the center island. There's a ton of road villages you can attack with dragons. The strongholds are very exposed but tricky to get to, and the map is huge. This is meant for an insane FFA experience where you have tons of options, tons of choices. Yes, Burke, it is a little bit bigger than in the original video. I expanded it by like 2 squares on each side to make for a bigger middle ring because it was bothering me that the middle ring was just too small last time. So now you can fight in a million different places. I will give a warning to everybody playing though. There's a bug currently in the game that I actually discovered and reported to Chucklefish while making this map. If you use your thief to walk through a gate, using its special infiltrate ability, the thief becomes permanently visible.
Oh, so through the fog?
I don't recommend doing that.
Oh my, interesting.
Are thieves normally invisible?
Well, but this is Fog of War.
Oh, okay,
right.
Yeah.
Correct. I see.
Interesting.
Now, if you want to troll, you can totally do it. You can infiltrate and then have a thief that everyone can see.
Or, you know, it could be a mind game.
That has become Gleason's mission now. You should not have said that. He's like, I'm going to make all of the thieves.
How did you know?
And
Alright, so should we start into the map now? Or?
Sure, and just for introductions, who do we have green as Volder?
Valder's Liverett.
South, in the south, we have Liverett with the green infantry. Let's go north. Who do we have in the north front?
North is me with Sigrid.
That's Bean Boy Blue in the north with Sigrid. Who do we have east?
East is me.
Use your compass skills. Okay. Gleason is in the east, and that means we have Punking X in the west.
Hello.
Hello. That introduction was amazing. Thank you, Sneaky Dragon. That was awesome.
Very cool.
I'm very excited. That was a really good intro.
I'll make sure to subscribe to your YouTube. Because that was, sounds like interesting content.
No, it's really good content.
Alright.
And I would recommend those of you who are playing currently, please don't watch my stream.
Of course.
Because that might spoil some things for you, which would be lame.
That would be
it
lame.
would be lame.
That would be awfully lame to be watching your stream right
I know.
now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Interesting.
Are you doing that right now? Yeah, please stop. Please stop. Well, you can leave it on in the background, but you know.
Wait, isn't Liverett to the left? Why did I hear a no? Oh, Gleason's going. Gleason's to the right. Okay.
No, I feel like audio is so important in Fog of War. Just hearing what kind of units are being spawned.
I heard a dog, but everyone starts with the dog.
Sneaky Dragon, can you speak to, is there any change in, like, the sound volume when units get closer in Fog of War, or is it always the same sound?
So it's always the same sound, and there's some units, like DM for example, that are so quiet, you can only hear their sound if you take the audio file, put your computer at max volume, and use ridiculous settings.
What is
But distance
DM?
doesn't matter.
Oh my.
DM is short for, I guess I can say it. If you've seen my videos, this is already revealed. Dark Mercia, one of the unlockable commanders in the game.
So Bean Boy and I
Wow.
were talking about the unlockable commanders and how we need to bum rush the campaign to get all that.
Yeah. Gotta do that tomorrow, I think.
Yeah. Are any of them super worth getting?
So the unlockable commanders are actually the weakest commanders in the game
Really?
right now.
All of them?
Wow.
The
Interesting.
3 unlockable commanders from the main campaign are all considered very weak, although the commanders from Double Trouble are all very good.
Big man with hammer seems good.
Can thieves take villages or no?
I don't think they can
No.
take gray villages, right? But they can flip
Yeah, that's what I meant.
captured places, right?
That's right. A thief has the movement of a knight, 6 movement, but they're on foot, so they can go over mountains, they can go into forests more easily than a knight. As a result of this, they're very fast and can take villages more easily than a knight can, especially because they don't have to crit and they auto 100 to 0 it. But once you steal from a village, your thief gets a big bag full of gold. It becomes slower and its movement is cut to 3. So you usually want to have a balloon or something to get your thief closer to your hideout so you can drop off the money.
Now, does the thief have to drop off the money at the stronghold, or is it any village?
Neither. You drop off the money at the hideouts.
So that the
That's
tent.
the
Oh,
reason
okay.
that there are several hideouts on this map that don't make any units. They're just there for dropping off gold.
Oh, okay.
Everybody on this map starts with 1 thief, but you can't make any more unless you capture the hideout in the center of the map, which is
Oh.
very
I
contested.
see. Interesting.
I love choke points like that. I feel like dragons are so dangerous on this map. There's just so much open space and so many roads to get caught on.
Gee,
Yeah, definitely.
what a coincidence. Dragons are good on the map. I must have done that.
Sneaky dragon.
Cheers,
Wait, hold
by
up.
accident.
Hold up.
Wait a second.
Wait a
Wait a
second.
minute.
Fishy business.
Is this fishy business or sneaky dragon I'm talking to right now?
Ooh.
Very nice.
So, how good do you think the merfolk spawners are? Because
That's
to
a
me,
lot
they
of
don't
that's a
seem
lot of ground they have to
great.
cover. It appears to be.
I mean, wagons, but still.
That's true. Wagons transporting them to the center. That's some good coverage. Having them in the
Yeah, it would take like
defense
2 turns.
and then the range
yeah.
that they get.
So honestly, I don't know how good merfolk are on this map. I put some sea tiles, which makes them almost invincible except to ranged and air units when they're in the
Yeah.
sea tiles.
The sea with the rocks. Yeah.
Right, and the reefs make them invisible unless you're right next to them or you have a dog.
Okay.
Ah.
So maybe one of our contestants will give the merfolk meta a try on this map.
Perhaps.
If
Perhaps.
we're really trying to test this out.
But I mean, it's not like anyone would say out loud if they were doing it.
That would be foolish.
No, but
Yeah.
that would be foolish. Sounds like something Bean Boy would do.
I agree with you, Will. It seems like it would be a huge investment to try and get merfolk into a wagon, transport the wagon over the course of like 2 to 3 turns to the center, and distribute the merfolk.
So, I noticed there's a wall, like, in front of my stronghold area that has 1 health. What's the purpose of that?
So I left it up to the players to decide whether they wanted to break it or not. But it's
Uh-huh.
almost always a good idea to break the wall with your commander. It counts as a kill and gives you groove.
Ah.
Ooh.
And then
that's
you can decide if you want to have a wall with mountains around it, or just like create like a buffer for people trying to invade, or if you just want to have an easier funnel to feed out new enemy or new units from barracks.
That's right. The 1 health wall was kind of a gimme, but you have 3 other walls in your main production area.
Yes,
Those
I've
2
noticed.
by the racks prevent you from making wheeled units out of that racks. So they prevent you from making trebs, ballista, and wagons until you kill those 2 walls.
Interesting. Can you not spawn wagons on the
No.
carpet, it looks like?
Mm-mm.
No, okay. Good to know. So,
Yeah. I believe in game that's considered as like an indoors kind of like floor, kind of grounding.
Yeah. Okay.
And certain units just cannot go on that ground. What units can't go on? I know just the wheeled units in general, but are there other units that can't go on that? Do you know, Sneaky? Well, you definitely know.
Air units also can't go on flagstone.
That's what it was. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, I had air units in a recent game, and I was really surprised, just because I'm still getting used to the meta and everything.
Now, do I need to destroy both of those walls to be able to spawn a wagon, or just one?
You do. Unless both are destroyed, you have nowhere to build and escape your wheeled unit to get it
Yes.
out of your production area.
Correct. Okay. So I can make one, but I can't move with it. I see.
I guess that'd be another interesting little place to do.
There are no extra barracks throughout the map, so my only two are there. Okay.
Liking this. I'm really liking this. It's interesting.
I'm excited to see. The building phase is always interesting to watch, but I love those first moments in Fog of War where players discover. Well, you see the little exclamation point up here above your head, and you start to discover enemy units where you wouldn't have expected them to be. Either overextended, maybe like into your territory, or capturing buildings that you thought that you would have had for free. Fog of War makes, especially free-for-all, so much more interesting, because you have no idea. Two teams could be totally like ganging up on you without you even realizing it. A lot of interesting things happen.
Yeah, I
You
noticed that the
you could be like
don't-
Liverett in that game earlier and just stumble upon two dragons from Bean Boy.
Harpies, not dragons.
Oh, they were harpies? I thought they were
They
dragons.
were harpins.
Harpins?
They still
Did you
are
say
harpins.
Harpins? What's
Are
harpin?
those like orphan harpies?
Orphan harpies? Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
All right.
Orphan
cool
harpies.
It down. Cool it down.
Wow.
So
They're
I'm also
approved,
noticing that the
sneaky
fog, it's not like it just goes it goes away forever. It's just kind of depending on where your troops are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we established the thief class cannot capture buildings, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
That was
Okay.
established.
Okay, just making sure.
They can't capture great ones.
Yeah.
But they can steal.
Yes, and they flip a village if it's another team's village. They flip it and also acquire 300 gold.
Oh.
Yep. So it's a free flip. It's actually crazy. When
Okay,
escalate
that's actually pretty cool.
when used properly, it's really effective.
No time to waste.
I can feel like I could probably think of a couple of different strategies that people might do.
Oh, for sure.
It's gonna be very interesting seeing whatever ones people do.
I feel like we're really limited with money on this map to start.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that makes the building phase a bit better. You know.
It definitely gives you one option. One or
Yeah.
two.
Yeah, but then it makes the decisions you make at first like a lot more great.
Mm-hmm.
Since it's a very big map, I wanted to restrict the opening a little bit, not give too much money. As a
Yeah.
result, you really have to decide, are you going left, right, or center? And I'm really excited to see who goes for that middle hideout.
Yeah. And what do we see here? I don't want to call anything out, but
Oh wow. The
Ooh,
first-
I heard it. Was that a fight?
It did sound like a battle, didn't it?
Oh my gosh! Are shots being fired? We don't know. I mean, yes, me and Sneaky do know,
I
and,
know.
and the stream chat knows.
Of course.
But
The person I was fighting knows, right? Ha, wink.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, I end here. Wait, no, I don't.
I really like what you did there. I won't describe it, but that was a good way of doing that.
Am I Bean Boy Blue?
Person,
Yeah.
the person
I thought
playing
you
right
were
now.
Grape Guy Green. What happened to your brother?
Grape guy green,
Green. I heard
cranberry man red.
I heard good
Cranberry
things.
man. Red.
Thank you. I learned about that in the story mode. Very cool.
Meanwhile, in the Punking province,
Yeah, no, just making a.
there is
making a
no
little
war
place
in Ba Sing
in
Se.
Boston Stay.
There is no war.
Relax, citizens. There is no war. Just. Oh, we have 4 nations right now. This is great. It's the perfect narrative.
It is.
But everything changed when Gleason bought a merfolk and walked it to the center.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Spoilers.
I bet say, please keep in mind when I say things like that, it is sarcastic. I would not spoil,
Please, as a merfolk.
I would not spoil... Oh, I know him buying a merfolk will completely change your game plan, so...
It does.
Because it's a huge game changer. Don't worry,
What's my
Gleason, I won't tell him about the
What's my
dragon.
income looking at?
What?
What?
That's dragon.
The dragon.
Dragon. Got dragons up in here.
Another reason income was a little limited in the beginning is because you're kind of forced to decide once you start getting 350 to 400 gold in a turn. Do you want to build that merfolk and use it to start capturing some of the farther villages if maybe you didn't send your sword that way? Do you want to park it in one of those sea tiles and maybe ambush an enemy who tries to walk by?
Hmm.
I like the reef tiles next to the side thief camps.
Yeah, those are.
This is a
Ah.
really well thought out map. This
Yeah,
is
not
crazy.
gonna lie. And honestly,
Down to
I-
like...
as-
Sorry, go ahead, Punking.
yeah, honestly, as a beginner, I feel like this is it's a bit complicated, but I feel like it's gonna help me learn a bit. And you know what? That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Learning is good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
and that's why it's awesome having Sneaky here.
Yeah, for sure.
top level.
Yeah.
I'll also say that even though I made this map, I don't know like any optimal strategy. This is fresh out. I just made something crazy and I was like, okay, how can I make the map as fun as possible? I did not consider how to win on it.
Yeah. It has so many options.
Well, that's what we're here to do.
Yeah.
When
And by we, I mean me.
This is a good time to remind the audience and the contestants of the cash prize for winning on this map.
Wait,
What?
Excuse me, what? What are you talking about?
whoa, what?
The money you'll save because the losers have to gift subs and also donate to Sneaky Dragon's Patreon. Sneaky, make a Patreon real quick.
Oh, that's kind of bad. I'm not really looking very liquid right now.
Not looking very. My assets aren't looking very liquidated right now. Well,
Kind of acting like a cookout because you just raised the stakes here. Okay, I see no one liked that one.
It's okay. It's okay to try.
Pretty trash.
I see no one like that.
That's pretty cringe.
Too smart for the room?
Too smart for the room. So we're in a predicament, right?
Explain.
Well, I don't want to.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. You probably shouldn't. You probably shouldn't.
I don't want to explain.
Yeah, you can't. Is it? That's
But
the
there is a
anxiety.
predict-
That's the anxiety of Fog of War. Is like, especially when you're streaming or when you're playing with other people, is like you want to talk about stuff, but you can't. And just like that, like in Bean Boy's situation. Bean Boy, you're from the north, correct?
I am from the north. They call me the Red Man.
So hypothetically, Punking and Gleason could be gathering forces towards like North Center, and you wouldn't even know it. And that's the crazy thing about Free for All Fog of War is like it
Well,
can just go
hypothetically,
complete
I wouldn't
chaos.
know it.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys are talking about hypotheticals a lot.
And that's part of what
That's-
makes
that's
Fog
coming
of
from you,
War
Punking.
so interesting
The
to watch.
hypothetical master.
So, yeah, exactly. Hypothetically.
Just to talk a little bit about FTA counters, FTA meaning first turn advantage. In a normal map, if you make both sides exactly equal, player 1 will have an advantage, and player 2 will have a slightly less advantage, player 3 will have slightly less advantage, player 4 is screwed. So to counter that, you give extra stuff or better positioning to later and later players. What I did in this map is gift dogs, basically.
Interesting.
And that's a really good thing to be gifted in Fog of War, just for, one, the mobility, but absolutely the sight that you get. And I notice, especially around the center of the map, there seems to be just a ring of single mountain tiles that could be used to get that view of both the center and also looking back at your own base or the opponent's base, which seems really clever.
So now, if I run up to a unit, and let's say I know it's there, but my unit doesn't, it's surprised, right?
Yes, I believe it has to be in vision for you to be able to. Yeah, and if you try to capture a house that appears gray because it's within fog, but then it turns out to be already owned.
Yes, I know that one.
Yeah, you don't enter the attack phase. You just stop in shock from the house being owned by the other team.
That one's kind of disappointing.
Now, can you explain the shock, the surprised little mechanic you just said?
So, what it happens is, let's say we're in Fog of War, and you have a spearman and I have a swordsman.
Yeah.
You can't see my swordsman. You walk your spearman in attacking range of my swordsman, so your spearman can hit my swordsman. But he came from fog, so he will be surprised that my swordsman is there, and he will not have the opportunity to attack
Yeah,
me this turn.
because you couldn't have selected that unit to attack if it wasn't on your screen to be clicked on. Does that make sense, Punk King?
Oh, okay. That makes
Another
sense.
thing to keep in mind is that if you're trying to move your unit, say you want to move your swordsman 5 spaces directly in front of it, three spaces in front of you, there's a pikeman in fog. You will be stopped dead in your tracks directly in front of the pikeman because you can't walk through an enemy unit. So you'll stop in that shocked phase.
Okay.
So it's important, once you know that you're kind of creeping on enemy territory, not to overextend and risk being ambushed, essentially. Because you give up your initiative because you can't initiate attack by walking into the surprised phase. Then the turn after, they will obviously see your unit and they can surround it. So something to keep in mind.
It's a nice little mechanic there.
Many like RTSs and turn-based strategy games use a mechanic like that.
One difference between this surprise and Advanced Wars. In Advanced Wars, if you get surprised on a space you can't stand on, like a boat going under a bridge or walking like through something that you can't exist on, the unit would die.
Oh my
but
gosh.
in Wargroove, they
God.
recently patched it. So instead, you just kind of bounce backwards to the last legitimate space you were on.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
Wait, you're saying if it got scared while, like, in movement, it would just die?
If it got scared
it would have
over
to
the
be on that.
over a tile, that it couldn't. Yep.
Nice. Well, not nice.
Not
Actually. Pretty
that's,
sad.
that's
but-
intense.
Our dominion grows.
Am I fourth?
You're third. I think Punking is fourth.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So do you recall? Obviously, we already started the game. Do you recall off the top of your head? Would this be spoiling, do you think, Sneaky, if you revealed what advances each team had at the start of the game?
Not at all. I meant for that to be public information anyway.
Okay.
So, player 1 just starts out with the same thing as everybody, Thief Commander. Player 2 gets an extra dog. Player 3 gets an extra dog, and their commander is a little bit more forward.
Okay.
Or either the commander or the dog. One of them was a little bit more forward, so they can get it
I
out
think it was
sooner.
the dog.
Yeah, it was the dog. And player 4 gets 2 dogs, which is
okay.
600 gold worth of stuff.
Yeah. And I mean, obviously, the mobility and the vision that comes with that in Fog of War. Dogs are
priceless.
incredible in this. That's awesome.
Oh, sorry, I lied.
I'm
300
learning.
gold. 300, not 600. I can't do math.
Well, 300 gold each, right? So 600.
Yeah, so 6.
No, it's
150.
150.
Oh, 150, yeah.
Oh, duh. Sorry. You're right. You're
Yeah, I
right.
did the same thing.
Yeah.
Then I should have enough for that.
Oh, nice. High level unit right there.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Everyone's wondering what it was.
High level unit.
Somebody got dragons?
So I
No,
saw.
no,
So I saw a recommendation. I saw it was like these 3 units win games, and I believe that was one of them on that list. I don't know if you know of the article that I'm talking about, Sneaky Dragon.
I'm willing
Yeah.
to bet I know what it is.
Same.
I'm willing to bet I have an idea. And by
With
idea,
how
I
much
mean
gold he has, it can really only be one thing.
We don't know how much gold he has.
That's
No,
the
we
thing.
know
That's
exactly how much
foggy.
gold he has, Leeson.
I think you know exactly how much gold he
Bean
has.
Boy has the calculator pulled up next to him right
Well,
now.
no, he has the same amount of gold we've had.
Oh yeah.
That's about to say you guys should know.
Yeah, you should know the
Assuming
exact amount of
you
gold
all
we've
have
had.
been optimal
Oh.
with capturing your homes. Oh my goodness! So now we can't really talk about it actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is interesting.
that was interesting to say the least.
I was not expecting that.
In the future, if you guys would be up for something like this in the future, maybe we could have you guys like in a separate Discord call or something.
Yeah, that's
That way
probably
we
good.
could actually commentate. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But
I think
obviously-
we can do it right now, maybe.
You cut out.
Liver
Yeah,
said
it's always possible to do it right now.
it's up to you guys. I feel like
mean, like-
I feel like you guys could still benefit from the assistance, definitely of
Yeah,
Sneaky
definitely.
Dragon.
Please, any assistance helps.
Yeah, because Punking's played a total of what, like 2 or 3 games now?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Well, this is my second game.
Oh.
yeah.
So, I have a special thing that you probably can see if you're looking, but I don't understand it. Can you explain?
So, you know how you get income every turn.
Yes.
Well, if someone takes your money and you don't have enough, you go into the negatives. So you have
Interesting.
less than 0 money.
That's really cool. I like that mechanic.
So
Now,
what
if
happens
you-
if you kill a full thief? Do you get the money back?
Yes, if you
Okay.
kill the thief, whoever kills the thief, I believe, gets the money.
Oh,
Actually-
so if the other team could see the thief and capture it, then they would get the 300 gold.
You know what? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's the person who kills it or the original
just
player.
the original
No, it's the person
player.
who kills it. It's the person who kills
Okay,
it.
okay.
If
I
only
know
this-
this because Wolfar can technically kill his own thief
Yeah,
and recover
but-
the money.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
you're right.
I was gonna say, if only this was Dota 2 and you could block a unit.
I mean, you can block a unit.
Not block, but block is in kill it yourself so the enemy doesn't get it.
Oh, okay, deny.
So
right.
I would assume
Yeah,
that
denied, sorry.
killing someone's thief would be a very good move early
Well,
on.
it's an investment, some would even
It
say.
is an investment.
It's a power play.
You're kind of hurting 2 people by doing that. If that person stole from a different player, when you think about it.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but that's not the situation we're in. Because no one's doing that. I mean, no one's
Oh,
stolen
no.
from anything, right?
Yeah.
Thievery is illegal.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I'm very excited to see how the next few turns play out.
Oh shoot!
I really hope this happens.
I hope so too. I'm excited.
I know
This map,
exactly
this
what's
map
about to
is
happen.
this map is awesome,
Yeah.
Sneaky.
Nice.
Okay, so Pumpkin, can you confirm for me? How's your bank account looking?
I have gotten an extra couple of money.
300.
I'm pissed.
Extra 300.
I'm pissed.
That was
Let it be
amazing.
known. For the
No.
record, I'm pissed.
No, you're Bean Boy.
Is he
Also,
being?
let the
I
record
got a
show that I was
chuckle.
trying to go for his stronghold, not the.
Where's
town,
his
but the
stronghold
town came
at?
up.
Oh my goodness. Well, you can see,
Stealing
you can.
from the stronghold. That's
gives you-
1,000 gold.
It's 1,000 gold. Oh my gosh, that is so hard to
Oh,
pull off,
wow.
though.
All
That
right,
is
I'm
such a
back.
gamble. Welcome back.
Did you hear what I said for the record?
You were trying to steal from the stronghold.
Yeah.
That is a huge gamble. But if you were to have successfully done that, you would put them deep in the negative. Did you hear how much Sneaky said you would get?
Isn't it like a grand?
It's 1,000 gold. Yep,
Yeah.
That is a lot.
that's insane.
Yeah, I started moving my thief before I realized that the stronghold south was closer
Mm-hmm.
to where he started.
The thing about thief play is you always want to be able to protect your thief when you're going for a steal, because they get really slow. You want a balloon or a wagon or an army to cover it and get it to safety.
Yeah, but that was funny, so.
Yes, it was. That was amazing.
It was
It's what
interesting.
we might call comedic.
Yes,
I've never seen that happen before.
that was awesome.
Timer thing?
What? Whoa.
Delivered turn timer is just flashing at 0.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I got to close to.
Do you know why it's doing that, Sneaky?
Yeah, you're
liver-
good. It is counting down normally. I would just play normally.
Is it just a
If
visual
you-
glitch?
Yes. It'll show the value it had during your previous turn when you ended it until you move. Once you move, it'll show the correct value.
Yeah,
Oh.
okay. Oh, there we go. Yep.
But it's
Good
not
to know.
counting down.
Yeah,
It
I
is
guess
counting
it just,
down.
no,
Oh.
just not on.
Just
our
not
screen.
just not visually. Okay.
Yeah.
Rise from your grave.
Oh.
Hmm.
I can't see what's.
So something to know, Liverett, is that unit can now act.
You know, I realized that a commander like that is actually pretty nice.
Wait, is the unit that you think was top tier?
Oh, it happened.
It's a wheelie boy, probably.
I don't think it's a wheelie boy. I think it's
But how would he
Something
have that
else.
much groove already unless he was attacking walls?
maybe.
Uh,
I don't know who has any groove. I
it's
don't know what you're talking
it's.
about there.
I guess it's no secret because you know what commander Liverett has. He chose at the start.
Yeah.
Alder, I believe, Sneaky Dragon. Alder does gain groove quite quickly, correct?
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
Valder
okay.
is the fastest groove gaining commander in the game.
Yeah.
He has a unique charge speed of very fast.
And it's only him has that charge speed.
Only Valder. Valder's entire kit revolves around getting early game groove to spawn early game swords and gaining an income and unit count lead over your opponent. Any map you can do that with Valder, Valder instantly becomes S tier because you can prevent your opponent from effectively playing the game.
Despite beating them in economy, essentially.
By beating them in economy, by zoning things out with swords and walling. But keep in mind, what I'm talking about is a lot of really crazy high-level stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Then I wasn't able to buy that unit. Damn it. It's okay.
Now, I'm guessing like commanders that would be good here are ones that could like more so like block places off, set up like traps or something like that, raise up people, teleport them, I would say.
Well,
That'd be a
it
correct
really
assumption?
depends, Punking, because certain commanders just depend on situation.
map.
It's a situational
I mean,
kind of
like-
thing.
I mean for like this map.
I don't even know, because I would still say it's a situational thing, because you have Sedge, correct?
Yes, I do have set.
So I would say Sedge is much more of like a mid to late game kind of commander. So obviously early on, Valder's gonna be very important spawning units, but Sedge can have those late game clutch moments. I wouldn't say that he's a high tier commander, because
No,
I
I'm just asking.
I watched Sneaky Dragon's video on high tier commanders. However, his ability is still really impressive and very important.
No, it is.
It's just early
Yeah,
on in game, you're not gonna see much use of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just comes in more like late game when everyone's like more.
When there's more combat taking place and you have your commander actually doing combat.
Yeah.
Yes.
I will say, though, in Fog, the tier list changes a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Greenfinger becomes very, very good.
So Greenfinger spawns the wall, correct? And do you have vision with that wall?
So Greenfinger is a little limited that you need to see to put down the vines. However,
okay.
the vines do give you a little bit of vision.
Okay.
And
So,
having 5 extra units that can body block in Fog is insane because you can trap your opponent.
and they get stuck in that shock state from overextending, right?
Or even if they can see the vines, you can just, like, if they come too close, just surround them and now their commander is trapped and you can kill them.
Oh, okay. That's awesome.
Okay, I have a
Code Geass is
question.
also very good in Fog.
Sneaky Dragon. Why am I not getting adjacent dog crit from this attack?
So your dog is not right next to it.
I
Yeah,
thought
it's
it
the-
just had to
no,
be
it-
adjacent to the other dog.
No, it's
It has to be
to
adjacent to the
target.
unit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like surrounded. It's
Good
like
to
a
know.
pack mentality kind of thing.
Yeah.
Now,
I
Bean,
got it.
why would you ask that? You know.
Well, I was gonna hit your dog with another dog, to be
Oh,
brutally
oh,
honest,
okay.
but
Oh,
now I'm not
no.
going to.
Oh, thank you. Thank
So
you. Maybe,
when
you know,
it
maybe,
says
maybe it would be maybe
Critical
have a little
hit
bit of
when
luck.
another dog unit is adjacent to the target.
to the target.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what it says.
Now,
to
now,
know.
Bean, what if we had a
Yes.
non-aggression?
I don't
pact?
want to aggress on you, dude. So just
Me
take,
neither.
take your dog somewhere else.
That's
all
my
I'm saying.
favorite part of the
Look.
free-for-all, is the non-aggression pacts and the alliances and the discussions that take place.
Look. I mean,
jeez.
like we all don't know what Gleason's doing over there. We honestly don't know.
I know exactly what Leeson is doing at all times. I have perfect information. So,
You have perfect.
You better not be
information,
watching the
infallible.
stream.
yes.
You're
I'm watching
infallible.
Davy's stream. I have perfect information.
You're not watching my stream. You're not a scumbag, Bean. I know you're not watching my stream. Right?
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 Bean Boy's ego is too high. He can't risk losing, so he's just gonna cheat.
I would
You know
not
it,
put past
boy.
him.
No.
You know it, boy. I'm just cheating. That's
Wow.
how you win.
That's how you
No.
win.
It is.
Play lame,
part
win
of-
games.
Play
That's it, boy.
lame, win games.
I probably should have went for the center camp, because I feel like no one's doing that. Unless I'm wrong.
Maybe you should
Check
try
it.
it.
Yeah, you could always just try.
You could just try, he says. Wow.
Well, I mean, am I wrong?
I'm gonna link
I
the
don't know.
I'm gonna link the lobby code in the Groove of Wargroove chat, because it seems like some
Oh,
people
so
want to
they
watch
can-
who can't access. Is that fine with you, Sneaky?
Yeah, that's alright with me.
Okay, I'm just making sure. If it's not, I can hold off on it. Let me know.
Maybe just DM,
Pitnada.
yeah. Because they can't access Twitch.
Yeah, I see that.
No, I've realized Liver and Gleason have been pretty silent this entire game.
Oh, wow.
I don't talk too much. Mostly because
Yeah.
there is people sleeping right now.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Damn, my roommate's asleep.
Yeah.
Oh.
That and I'm trying to stay awake.
Oh.
Feels bad, man.
Right. Yeah, because
Hey, I know.
it's 12:16 or something. Right. Nice try.
I drove.
Nice
four-
try.
I drove 4 hours today and spent too much time in the sun.
I gotcha.
I also got like 4 hours of sleep.
I don't have you,
That's
Jason.
not good.
You don't have me, Red.
I don't have you.
Also, like how good chance to talk about Wargroove's crossplay functionality. We currently have a Nintendo Switch player, a player on Steam, and 2 players using Xbox Game Pass.
Woo, woo.
Ain't that nice?
Woohoo.
What kind of
Ain't-
losers using Game Pass? Am I right,
Uh,
Liver?
You're wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
I mean, like, when you save money though, like, thinking about it, it's like it's such a package deal. Oh, that is not very cash money.
Not very cash money if you liver it.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm just
So bad.
assuming it's Liverit's fault that you said that.
I mean, it's his turn.
Exactly my reasoning.
Now, look
Very
at that.
nice.
I'm
Now,
gonna call that cringe.
now, Liverit. Now that was cash money.
Is it a night?
Knights would be good on this map. A lot of open space, cover a lot of ground. I would definitely be the type of person to spam knights on this map.
There's not a lot of early income, so spamming nights is very hard, I feel.
Oh, for sure. And you have to get rid of those walls to get them out. Because
Well-
wait, can knights go on the?
Yeah,
Yeah, they can go
They're
on the
grounded
carpet.
units.
Okay, then never mind.
So an important bit about knight design on this map. The center is the middle ring is very open to allow knights to hit things very easily. The reason is because there's lots of roads. It's easy to move those trebuchets, those ballistas up the middle. So I wanted to nerf them a bit by giving knights free range. On the other hand, if you try to fight in the outer ring, the positioning of the forests, the rivers, the sea tiles, and the villages will slow knights and air units down a little bit. It makes it very easy to wall them, choke them off a bit.
You put so much thought into this map. This is really impressive.
Incredible.
Sneaky- This is awesome.
I'm not even one of the better map designers. If you want to see some really crazy map design, check out stuff like by Faded Sun, Exmo 5, Dafone.
I think I've played
Hold
I think I've played a few of Faded Suns. Just 1v1 competitive maps. They've all been really well designed.
I'm very interested to see how the rest of this plays out more late game.
Are there
Oh,
any like
I'm
fun
so excited.
custom campaigns you would recommend?
I've been very fond of Tiny Groove. I played the original and a little bit of, I think, the new one that came out for Double Trouble. It's very complex and difficult and interesting. They have literally hundreds of in-game triggers. I think for the whole campaign,
That's
thousands.
awesome.
Oh boy,
That's really
lot.
cool.
pretty big number.
And what's interesting about the campaign is that I think in both of them, what you do in one map affects you on another map. In the original, you can get like these buffs that you keep when you go back to old maps or go forward to future maps. And in the new one, you have like a limited army because Nuru's like crash landed. So you have to think about how to spend troops on different maps, but you can get buffs that'll help you in future maps.
So,
Cool.
so if you fail a mission, if you lose, do you have to restart from the beginning of the campaign?
I don't think so.
Okay. I don't know if it was like a permadeath kind of system.
Hardcore.
And you'll definitely lose a lot. Like,
Yeah, that's awesome.
oh my god, there was this one stage in the original Tiny Groove that I must have done like 10 times.
Jeez.
I only beat it when I tricked the computer into repeatedly suiciding dragons using the old surprise logic, which no longer exists, so I don't know how to do that.
That's hilarious. Is
Oh,
it all? Is
God.
it all in Fog of War? Or only certain maps.
Certain maps, but a lot of it is Fog of War.
So is there a certain? Well, how do I word this? Is there a certain competitive series for Fog of War maps and a separate competitive series for non-Fog, or are they intermingled?
So that's a good question. Competitive has been strictly non-Fog of War until recently.
Okay.
The recent Fog patch made Fog a lot better, a lot more fun. And we've started seeing Fog matches in Test Your Metal. Test Your Metal is the very beginner-friendly, but also a few high-level brackets event. It's a round-robin event you can join even if you have no experience with competitive Wargroove. And you can enter like in a beginner pool. It's a lot of fun. That's actually how I got started.
That's awesome.
The Test Your Metal event that the Groove of War does.
Nice.
And when is that, by the way? Asking for a friend?
Yeah.
Every month. There's a new one every month with new maps made by the Groove of War staff. Some of these maps were so good that if you see the new Double Trouble Quick Play maps, some of those were made by Groove of War map makers.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
So yeah, Fog has just gotten started in competitive. It's not the main format, but you're starting to see it in Test Your Metal, and there's probably going to be a Fog tournament coming up at some point.
Wow.
I just feel like so
That's
many more
overdue.
things have a chance to be viable in Fog of War because there's less counterplay when you don't realize what the enemy team is actually building. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know why you'd want a game mode with less counterplay. That's just my opinion.
Well, Fog definitely has some counterplay.
I'd say, well,
but
I mean,
everyone's
there's
still figuring it out.
so like in
Yeah.
Standard War, when you can see what they're building, if you see them wasting all their money on dragons, then you'll just counter by buying mages. You know what I mean? Or buying
Yeah.
anti-air stuff like that.
I don't know. I mean, dragons are worthwhile investment.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
However, in Fog of War, if you don't see it coming, there's so many ways to trip up your opponent. So I guess what I'm saying is, it's less defensive and more strategically offensive, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I don't know.
Oh.
There's more ways to shock the opponent, because obviously if you just spam knights or spam dragons, that's easily countered.
It's less chess, more thought.
Where did this come from? What the?
And it's more surprising when you have moments like that, where you catch your opponent completely off guard.
Oh yeah.
When you just stumble upon two harpins, as Bean Boy calls them.
Yes,
That was not very
harpoons.
cool.
Let's see, what is he? How is he doing?
Yes, harpoons?
I have a harpoon ship, yes.
You have
I-
2 harpoons?
Sitting at
Oh
85.
no! Oh no!
You have hairpins?
now. Ooh.
Is someone's commander dead? Because I feel like there's a dead commander.
No. No.
I feel like a Zerg rush is about to happen from someone.
Oh my gosh.
Now that's a pretty interesting strategy.
Zerg
I give you.
rushes?
No, I don't know. I'm talking about what I'm looking at right
Is what Liverit's doing to you, and is he doing you dirty?
Some interest. Let's just say
no.
some interesting things are happening.
Is
Yeah.
punking left or right? He's left.
Left.
Punking
Yes.
is
So you
the
should go
Western
left, Bean.
nation.
now. Bean, look. I
I will
didn't
not
do anything
invade
to
you at all. I'm not invading you, punking.
Thank you.
Straight up.
Thank you.
Because it just catches off guard.
Invades him next turn.
Invades him right now.
Look, Bean, I'm just saying, we can be cool about this. You know,
Sneaky Dragon.
that
I
was
also love what's going on here.
Oh yeah, I am
On-
loving all of this.
I'm a big fan of what's going on this front.
Oh, thank
this
you.
is-
Livered, I like what's happening.
Yeah, no, honestly, I really like this. Well,
This is-
I,
this
I
is-
don't. But I
My lord.
Oh no, did you lose time?
yes.
But keep in
Alright,
mind,
hopefully-
meanwhile,
Whoa!
Boodaloo, boodaloo, boodaloo.
Nothing fired over there.
yeah, be very mindful of the 2-minute timer, guys.
Yeah.
Very important. Keep
But
in mind
but
of-
but I know it's frustrating, especially as a new player. But even as a new player, it can be a lot waiting in a free for all for your turn to come if there isn't a timer. You know what I mean? So
That's very frustrating.
yeah. When everybody's stopping to read and take everything in, there needs to be a little push.
I mean, sometimes you just need to stare at the map for a while, though.
You do, especially a map of this size and with this much like intricate detail.
Well, the thing is, I think it would be worse if it wasn't Fog of War, because then I could actually see everything.
Imagine if you could see what everybody was doing and have to process trying to react to everybody's
Good
fronts
lord.
pushing. Yeah, that would
That'd
be
be awful.
that would be even
Yeah.
more anxiety, really. Ignorance is bliss in this scenario.
Ignorance is bliss. I'm pretending nothing bad is happening and I'm playing my own little game against no one.
Bean,
Gleason, I like what you. I actually like what you're doing. I like what you're doing a lot.
Bean, why'd you move a bit closer over here?
So, I just wanted
Why'd
to,
you move a little farther away?
you know, I'm just looking around.
I will tell you, I did not get here first. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I already know.
Okay, cool.
Alright, this is a good moment to talk about
Oh boy.
objectives in a free-for-all. So, of course, you lose the game if your stronghold or your commander falls.
But
you
that's
also
when
wanna
things get
build a
interesting.
Big army, because keep in mind, other people might kill people for you. If you have a big army, then you can defend yourself and attack. You can invade and take all the villages when they die.
An interesting point to be made.
Now,
at
may I
this point in
ask,
time.
what are the energy gains per turn?
Sure. So it depends on your commander's groove charge speed, and it looks like everybody has a different one. No, Cedric Henry. So Valder is very fast. Valder gets 20% a turn, and on kill goes straight up to 100. Sigrid is medium. She gets about 7% a turn and 33 on kill. Then we have Tenri and Sedge, who get 5% a turn, 25 on kill.
Ah, so what? So that's
You
what we
and me.
call interesting.
Big news.
Big news. Big news, even bigger plays.
Okay, I think I'm good. Just have
Big
to-
News Network.
Big news, Morgan.
Speaking of Big News Network, my favorite boss I've ever fought
What?
was
What?
the news.
Oh,
was
oh,
the
oh, oh!
Sorry,
I thought you
video
meant
games,
like
video
a real life boss. Like
It's
my
not my boss.
well, this is Gleason talking.
favorite
So
boss fight.
the favorite boss.
No. It's the boss from DMC Devil May Cry. Is that anchor boss?
The one that's like the news anchor. It's like the projection of the news anchor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
I
it's
remember
just
that.
This crazy head fight.
Mhm.
That is one of my favorite boss fights of all
Yeah,
time.
I hear that game doesn't have a lot going for it, but that is a
The fighting system. The fighting system was very well done.
in most Devil May Cries. I hear the combat system is really well done.
Yeah, but like people.
But I also hear that boss. That boss is a high point.
Oh yeah. Oh, that boss made my night when I was playing it.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, this was so much fun.
Just a reminder to punking.
Yeah. Timer.
Why did it go from 28 to 114?
So the timer will refresh itself whenever they move.
Okay.
The person who's playing should see it update in real time, count down, but everyone else will only see it when they move because that's when, getting a little technical, your client sends the request, the information to the server to let it know that something's changed.
Makes sense. But why 28 to 114?
Processing.
No, he already explained this. It's because of like some kind of issue where it displays the time from when you ended your last turn.
Oh, okay.
So he ended his last turn at 28 seconds. It pulls up the 28 seconds. He moves. It generates the new time 117.
That makes sense.
I mean, think about everything from a programmer perspective, it gets really weird. But basically, the last time their game console talked to your game console, that was their time. And until
Yeah.
they move, you don't know any different.
Okay. I hear a balloon.
No, you don't.
I heard a balloon.
No, you don't.
I heard a balloon. You can't tell me I didn't hear a balloon.
What does a balloon sound like, though? The sound
It
of
sounds
like
like whoosh.
that squeaky, like that sounds like wind to me.
I mean, it does sound like whoosh.
Am I wrong?
That sounds like wind to me. I don't know.
Whoosh.
Davy.
Yes.
Oh. I'm gonna DM you something.
Okay.
Ooh.
Cougars.
This is where Gleason asked to see the stream.
Wait, I heard another balloon. That's
Excuse me.
Oh, wow.
I have a feeling that someone is dead.
I wouldn't say dead.
Oh, just wait for it, B.
Is it me? What?
No.
What?
Oh no. Oh no, I see what he's gonna do.
I'm just saying, straight across the map is just as far as up or down.
It is a symmetrical map.
Did you get my DM?
I did.
You did.
I mean, I responded.
Oh, what the?
Wait, are you on the road right now, Punking?
Oh no. Oh
Punking, no.
Oh.
Road crits.
no. No.
So, punking is actually standing on a plains tile
Whew.
between the
I
roads.
see that.
Oh,
If
That
not
would've
for
been-
that, they would be dead.
I would have been dead and I would have lost. Right now.
Big
Shoot.
Is there a Durgan somewhere? There's a Durg.
You know what? You know, I'm
Durgan,
just gonna
Durgan,
say-
Fjorgan,
I'm gonna
Fjorgan.
say yes. There's a dragon and it's close.
Close to what? Actually, don't tell me what.
Wait a sec. Okay.
Bean, you want to have a non-aggression pact? You
We
know?
already do punking.
Okay, good.
We already do. Do you want to re-sign it and renew it for another year? Like.
No. Wait, what?
Look,
Oh my gosh.
look. I'm just saying. There's a very big chance that
Punking,
you
if
might be having quite the trouble coming your way.
Punking, if there was hypothetically, like, a dragon attacking your commander, do you have a getaway plan? I don't remember looking at your.
Of course.
Getaway plan. I have one of those.
That's the crazy thing about Fog of War is like, even if you don't think it makes sense for the economics at like this stage in the game for things like a dragon to appear, you probably want to have at least a mage or something prepared to deal with that kind of stuff. You need some sort of
Yeah,
anti-air prepared.
You know, I'm very disappointed. I would have expected you to, you know, give the newbie a bit of a, you know, a bit of a time to adjust. I see how
Liverit's
it is.
also a
Liverit.
newbie.
That's a
Okay,
Liverit has
okay.
played, I think, less games than
Less
you.
than you, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Which shoutouts to Liverit for.
yeah, no, this is really good. Like, honestly,
Are you
I'm impressed.
crap?
I'm
I'm
really
impressed.
impressed. But I'm also gonna be dead.
Alright, so let's talk about how Sedge Groove works.
We're on the main.
If
Oh,
you get
yes.
Sedge Groove on a unit that has 35 health or less, you can kill the unit with your groove, refresh your groove, and move again with Sedge.
Which can lead to some pretty crazy stuff.
Additionally, because of how the number badges work, anything with a 3 or lower number badge, you can definitely groove chain off of.
Yeah. I remember that from one of the games I did. You know, I'm kind of, looking back. Bean, why? Bean, please, no. Please, no.
Is this a bad time for you?
Is
Yes,
this a
this is.
bad
Is
time?
this a bad time to die?
Bean, I didn't attack your soldier. Come on, man.
Pretty cringe of me to turn on you.
That was really cringe.
Wow. I thought we signed a non-cringe pact to stop
Yeah.
using that the meme terminology.
Pretty cringe of you to bring that back up.
Oh gosh.
Well, hey, good game, everyone.
Punking, it's not over.
It is not over, but this is not looking very good.
So Sigrid's groove is a little bit more like a deterrent. Since it can assassinate dragons, golems, and powerful units, sometimes Sigrid will just hold groove to keep those units far away from Sigrid. It's usually not
Hey,
worth dumping it on like a pike or something.
Oh, for sure.
Hey, Bean Boy, you wanna like come down like south a bit?
He wants that dragon gone. Also, thanks for the info, Bean.
About what?
So what info did Bean give you?
The attack.
I
Oh.
killed one of Liverit's foot soldiers.
Yeah, I couldn't see the foot soldier, but I can see you.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see what we got here. Alright.
I really want to know what's happened to Punking. I haven't seen him at all this
I haven't
game.
seen him at all. He has a few units that I've seen, 2 to be precise, but I'm scared for him.
It's you may yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really want to know.
Oh, there's the groove.
There is
Okay.
the groove. Got
Show
that nice.
me.
Got that
I
nice.
can't actually see what's happening.
So I'm
I
trying to think. Where can that go?
Sneaky Dragon. Can single sortie boys take towns by themselves, or do you need like 2 sortie boys?
Full town.
Oh, like full health, you're saying? A full
Yeah.
health village?
Yeah.
First, let me answer the question that Punking might have. Reinforcing will heal you by the HP
Yeah.
of the village maximum, so you can't be healed higher than the HP of a village.
But it reduces the HP from the village.
Keep in
Now,
now
interesting
now
note,
keep
you
in
did
mind.
stand on a road
Now keep
there.
in mind the terrain that you stand on is very important. Dragons
Yes,
dragons
that's not where I would have done that.
yeah, dragons do critical on road. Keep in mind there was a forest right next to that. Could you have made could he have made it to the forest?
At
I don't
least
know if
the
we should be
other
talking
tile.
about this. I'm realizing that his assailant might not be able to see that spot.
That's true.
That is true.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
Never
good
forget
good
that
call, good
just
call,
happens.
good call.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said that was a road. My bad.
Nice. I think maybe I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
This could go a lot of different
I
ways.
just don't know how far the fog vision stretches.
It's like 2 tiles around your unit. Unless it's a dog, which is 3.
So I think
Your commander has 3 as well.
The
Yes.
dragon has 3, and if you stand on a mountain, then you have +2.
Now, is that only for dogs, or is that any unit?
Uh,
That's any land unit. I don't know if it's true for air.
I don't
Okay.
think dogs can stand on mountains anyway.
They can.
They can.
Oh, cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
you just
that's
have to take
part of
the-
the that's part of the
like basically the point of dogs.
in fog when dogs is it 5 or 4
5.
vision?
'Cause it's 3 plus 2.
Okay. Yeah, dogs on mountains, everybody get extended vision in Fog of War. 5 spaces rather than 3.
I'm not liking this.
It's definitely interesting. But this is free for all. I mean, in the end of the day,
Yeah. It is free for all. I know.
somebody's
Now-
gonna end up fighting a
Yeah,
two-front war.
Now, Davy. You see I feel kind of foolish for if I don't know if you can see it right now, but in this one place, or can you not see my fog?
You can see everything, I think. Here's the whole map. Visible. Is that correct?
No, for those who are spectating, like me and Davey, we can only see what the current player sees.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Ah,
But then you
okay.
can probably guess. Or maybe not. Well, no, because you can see what everyone does every turn.
Yep. Let's talk about transports. A good bit of advice for transports is, although it might actually be different in fog if you're trying to hide something or protect something, it's very rare you want to end your turn with a unit inside a transport. The reason being, if you want to transport them next turn, they can just walk into the transport. But keeping them out of the transport gives you the option to do something else. Additionally, if the transport dies, everything inside the transport dies too.
Yes.
very interesting. Oh. Should someone get hit? What's that? I guess we'll never know. So Gleason, how are you holding up, buddy?
Bored.
Bored.
Not much has happened.
You wanna switch?
Gleason,
switch
I
Don't say it that way. I know.
I'm
I know
not gonna
what
say
I said.
anything.
I know what I said.
I'm done talking.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
It's over, guys.
Wow. I'm
Hey,
hearing
go.
all the units on one side, and I don't think they're all there. Like, please tell me they're not all there.
Oh, you never know.
Why is there so many units moving?
I'm busy.
Well, you also have liver to deal with. I have to think about that. Oh wait, no. Wait, yes.
Yeah, Livered is kind of
Wait, how is liver demolishing you so hard, Punking? What is going on?
a lot of bad decisions and very well placed decisions.
Interesting. I
I'm
hope
just gonna
liver's
say-
at least pressuring Gleason.
Me
He's
too.
moving
He
way
is.
too many units for my comfort.
Honestly, I hope Gleason is pressuring Livered.
That's fair.
Bean, you've been pretty cool. I have not done anything to you.
Yeah, and I mean, I might kill your dog, but like, are you gonna cry about it?
Yes.
No,
his name
because
was
it's
Jerry.
not a cat.
True.
No, his name was Jerry. Okay. All right.
Darn it.
I have a question, Dragon.
up?
About my commander's ability. Does it just shove someone one tile away?
It's like a couple, I think.
You're playing Tenry?
Yes, fan lady.
Okay, so Tenry can target any unit up to 6 spaces away from her. And
Does she
move
need vision
it.
of the unit?
Yes, you need
Okay.
vision of the unit and where you put it.
Okay.
But you effectively have a radius 6 bubble where you can lift a unit and plop it down.
Okay. Any unit?
You can't do it to an enemy commander, but you can
Okay.
do it to any other unit and yourself or an allied commander.
Okay.
For gimmicky things like vines and crystals, I have a What Can Tenry Groove video that just goes through everything.
Okay, got you. Can I move a building?
No,
Hey,
you can't
uh,
move a building.
I wish.
Oh my gosh.
question.
Yeah.
Quick question. If you drop something out of your balloon, can you still move it?
No, that's
not
the
that far.
reason that I recommend keeping things out of transports when you end your turn.
Okay, so that is an interesting thing to note. Maybe in the future that can be useful.
I'll be right
Oh, I
back. I'm gonna
also
use the
realized-
restroom.
Also
Good
realized
luck,
this is,
gentlemen.
quite a
I won't be
predicament
long.
on
It'll
that.
just be a few minutes.
Okay,
Quite the
we will be
predicament.
here.
I like the variety of play. Like some folks are going passive, some folks are just spamming things. Then we have like a variety of builds, spreading out, focusing in, so many different things.
Forgot to move my merfolk and I'm pissed about it. I just said I had a merfolk. Shit.
Good job.
That's hilarious. My bad. I just heard a merfolk. Punking?
Nah.
Nah.
I have way too many things to worry about right now.
Fun fact, I just rescued a merfolk in my D&D campaign.
Ooh,
Yeah.
really good
Nice.
to hear. Good stuff.
We rescued a merfolk and a harpy.
Oh,
Set them free.
rescued a harpy.
Ah, she was a nice harpy.
That's what they all say.
Wargroove D&D, I like it.
Honestly, sounds fun.
I mean, you know what my class would be, right?
Paladin.
Sneaky dragon.
A rogue dragon,
Dragon.
obviously.
Dragonborn.
Dragonborn rogue.
An outlaw dragonborn. Rogue.
Oh, I made a mistake. I should have went for the big boy cheese.
So far, I have only played Paladin.
Wait, I
I
might
have-
still go for the big boy cheese. That
Three
would be funny.
3 campaigns where I'm playing Dwarf Paladin.
Well, this might be that might have been my last turn. So if so, it's been fun playing. Ooh.
It will have been fun if you die.
But I mean, like, that wouldn't happen. That wouldn't.
It probably won't happen.
So
It's
did you
very
say
unlikely.
Merfolk are invisible in reefs?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Revealed by dogs or units standing next to them.
Okay.
Oh, this is exciting.
Oh. No.
Wait, what just happened? Did somebody just heal?
No.
I heard a heal or a hex.
That's what I thought I heard.
What just happened? What just
I
happened?
got stolen. I got
That was
stolen. I got
amazing.
stolen.
Oh,
He stole
gold
your
thief.
base?
Yeah.
No way.
It happened.
Oh, no.
I'm gone for 2 minutes and this happens.
His camp's not far away.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's not far at all.
Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh.
Liverit's insane. Liverit, you're
It's a
insane.
madman. Oh my
Liver it.
God.
Why? Liver it.
Also, VGD Souza, I appreciate you appreciating me trying to put something up in the background while I left. I put up the cardboard cutout of me while I was gone.
No, not my dogs. Not
Dragon.
Jerry, Terry, and Barry.
What are your dog names? I'm
wait.
sorry.
Jerry, Terry, Barry, and Larry. This is
Oh, that
this is
is.
troubling. Wait, were those 2 dragons? Oh no! Oh no! 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 No!
That is a very scary position.
Dragon, I DM'd you a question.
Oh, I thought you were saying you bought a dragon. This makes a lot of
Also,
sense.
by the way, guys, and this is up to you, Sneaky, but if you look in the voice chat below this one, the one-on-one, if any current commanders feel like they have a specific conversation they like to have with Dragon, maybe while they're taking their turn, feel free to take advantage of that voice chat if Dragon's willing to offer his assistance down there. That way he can offer tips without exposing your team to the other commanders. Does that make sense?
Yes. So to answer your immediate question,
Well, message
I
it to me. Probably don't want you
did-
to say it out loud.
okay, I'll just.
Okay.
I'm distraught. I am distraught right now.
I'm distraught.
Distraught.
Sounds very sad.
It is very sad. This is honestly much worse than just getting destroyed. Like, you know, I'm being kicked while I'm down.
Being kicked while I'm down, yeah.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun. I also think a friend of mine, my friend of mine asked how I'm doing, and I said I'm getting destroyed in the game, and they said now they're gonna watch.
Oh, did they?
That's great.
Yeah, they
That's
did.
awesome.
So just wait. For my friend, I'm in the left. Prepare to see me lose in 2 turns. Oh, what was that?
An interesting development. Oh, a very interesting development.
I wish I could see.
Interesting.
I have a feeling I know what it is. And it's Liverett being a scumbag.
Yeah. Well, I believe
Wait,
it is
it's
currently
Gleason's turn.
Gleason's turn.
It's
Yeah,
Gleason's
Gleason's
turn. So
Has anybody heard from Gleason these last, like, 10
No,
turns?
No.
What
he's
number
been,
turn are we
pretty
on?
Silent.
Is there a way to
turn
see?
11.
Oh,
Turn
it says
11.
that. Turn 11, yep. Has anybody heard from
So
Gleason
mean.
these last 11 turns? Does anybody know what Gleason's been up to?
I don't
We're
know.
about to find out.
Bean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what?
About to find out.
Just answering some questions in DMs.
Casually.
Casually.
As they do.
I can't begin to thank you enough, though, Sneaky. This is such a cool experience.
Yeah, no, this
especially
is really cool.
being
Thank
able
you
to
very much.
test out the map for you, but also just having your input and just your insight.
Oh,
I-
you
You know a lot about this game, and you speak very eloquently about it. So I really
Hi,
appreciate
Bean.
it.
I'm mad at you, Sleepy. I'm
Hi,
very
Gurren.
mad at you.
Mad at who?
I'm mad at Sleepy because he put flagstone in front of
Oh,
the
Sneaky. I was like sleepy.
so I can't move my wagon into the middle.
Ooh. Why'd you wanna? Ooh.
Wanted to wagon up in the middle, but I guess that's not happening.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
I'm
wanted
just
to
gonna-
prevent anyone from like ballista camping the center.
That makes
Oh,
sense.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does make a lot of sense. That would be pretty broken. Much like having multiple dragons.
Listen, I see some.
That does sound
Hi.
broken.
Yeah.
Let's build
Bad
some anti-air
intention
units
with my
in
next one.
preparation.
You
Wha-
see what?
What's up, Liver?
Some bad intention with my base.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Talking?
Just ignore
Don't
me.
worry about it.
Are you sure that you want to make that choice? You want to start a war?
Do you know what
Please-
Liverett
please
is?
don't
Have you
warp.
seen what Liverett is capable of, Gleason?
No, I actually haven't seen Liver. This is
Not
the
one
first
percent.
I'm seeing Liver.
It's the first you've really seen anybody. Actually, Gleason's just been the foreign nation of
Gleason, I'm telling you.
Gleasontopia.
It will be the last.
Yeah,
I
let me
feel
remember
like-
to move my darn merfolk.
I feel like I'm prepared. Let's
Okay.
go, Liver.
I'll
Take
see
out
you
Punking first.
No, please don't.
Just make an agreement. Let's shake on it. I won't
I will
attack you
avoid-
anymore if you
I
go
will
kill.
avoid all his houses so you can have them.
Why
you
are we?
take 'em out first.
Why are we dividing my
They're
my
already-
dominion here?
Dude, this
How about
is
this? I'll back
this
off.
is
I'll-
this is okay. So this is the end of World War II, where the Council of the League of Nations, the United Nations, was like beginning to be developed, and they all decided to carve up Europe and like slice it out to certain groups of people, and that's
Yeah.
punking right now.
Oh no. Oh
Liver,
no.
how about this? You take out
Oh my
Punking and I will
gosh.
back off for 2 turns.
The refugees
I don't
can
like
go to this new area of Punking's territory that we've carved off.
I don't-
This section
Alright.
will be used for farming gold. This section will be used. Punking, how much
Is-
money you got? How you doing?
Is that acceptable, Liver?
Bad.
What did you say?
Currently in the.
Thief is
Oh no.
If
Thief
you
is
go take
crazy.
out
Oh,
Punking,
no.
I will
Oh,
back
no.
off next turn.
No.
Punking, what did you
I like that
do?
really bold bait right there.
Oh my
No.
gosh. Punking, what have you done?
Wait, did Punking fall for something?
Did
I
he
don't know.
run into some dragons? Did he run head first into some
I
dragons?
really need to see this. When is this going up on YouTube?
Oh
It
my
will go up
gosh.
on YouTube at some point tomorrow.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no. 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 No.
So how do you plan to extract the video for this? Do you want me to just clip it for you and send it to you?
I can't even
Sneaky?
make anything.
Yes, that would be helpful.
Yeah, I can do that. Is it okay if I clip certain chunks just as highlights, such as like what punking, the realization that punking just made?
Sure.
I'm totally happy with saving the entire clip for you.
I'm at a loss.
I think that would be better on your channel, anyways.
I'm at a loss of words right now. You know what? You know what? Here, take this. Have at thee.
Oh my god.
Nice.
This is me just throwing. This is kind of throwing the throwing everything I got. Kind of just.
Not the towel.
You know what?
No, he's not throwing the towel. He's giving it his
I'm not throwing
best.
the towel, but I'm going to make it very annoying for you. I may have lost, but my will is not broke. It's not broken. Yes, it is actually. It is really broken right now.
My will is not broken, except it is.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna end my turn. I'm ending it on my own terms.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Have
I
at
will
thee.
back off. If you don't attack me, I will back off my
Have
next
at
turn.
the Liverate,
Liverate,
attack
you
Gleason,
Do
attack
both.
Gleason.
Attack them both, Liverate.
Oh my
Go
Attack
for the
Gleason.
Macho
Do it
Man
right now.
strat.
Do
I
it right
promise
now.
I will back off on my honor as
I wouldn't
Liverate,
trust him.
Liverate, can
I
you
would
trust
not trust
anybody?
a shovel knight main.
You
Ooh,
can't
Shovel Knight's
a
a
Shovel
very
Knight player.
dishonorable
I
character.
As my honor as a Boy Scout.
Ooh, Boy Scouts.
Boy Scout.
Scout's honor.
Gleason is 21 and still in Boy Scouts.
No, Gleason.
Kind of weird. It's kind
Gleason
of
got
cringe.
Eagle Scout 3 years ago.
Kind of cringe.
Oh, nice. Congrats. I'm sorry.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Well done. I should
You know what would be
Blast your
funny?
nations.
If you left me alive.
That would be hilarious.
and just
Pretty keck.
If you didn't kill me, that would be funny.
That would be
Yo.
funny.
How about this, Liverette? Let's just go kill Bean. Everyone gang up on Bean right now.
I would be down for that. I can't.
just
get
just
first,
remember,
but I'm
Liverate,
not
you do have
going
that turn
last.
timer.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Can't go first, but I can maybe go last.
Does the turn timer start after you make your first move, Sneaky, or is
No,
it
it
as soon as your
starts
turn starts? Okay.
Immediately.
Yep.
My friend says that I leave for a second, I come back and I hear Punking, what have you done?
Oh my god.
Dragons.
Dragons is what it would
Dragon.
Dragons.
Oh no.
Oh.
What is happening? Why did Davy
Oh
just
my
go,
God.
oh?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
What am I missing?
A lot. A lot. A lot.
Brutal murder.
Now what if I made... Oh no, there's no way I'm surviving this. There's no way I'm surviving this.
It's happened.
It's done. It's done. Oh, there's harpies. There's harpoons.
Then everything changed when the Liverate Nation attacked.
Rise
Yeah,
from
pretty
your
much.
grave.
Pretty much.
Oh my gosh, punking.
Wow, he sounds
Okay.
super close. So close.
Rip. That was a big rip. That was
That was...
and I don't even
Dead?
so before we say anything,
Okay.
in Fog of War, Sneaky, do they get a notification when a player dies?
Well, we kind of gave it away, but
Yes, but otherwise,
No.
in the future.
But otherwise, no? Okay.
No.
you will hear the sound of a commander dying or a stronghold
That's what
collapsing,
that's
and
what
then
that
everything
key-
dying immediately after it.
Okay.
Well, at least now I can watch the
So just
fun
so you
map.
know, the sound you just heard was that sound.
Liverate, you did not attack me, so I am keeping my promise.
Gleason, why?
Yeah, good game.
He was
Spunky.
going to
That was
come
fun.
to your doorstep with like 3 dragons.
Don't say.
Well, I'm not saying
Let him
anything.
come.
I'm already prepared for dragons. Once you said dragons the first time, I stocked up.
Yeah, I did not do that.
Alright, so let's talk about villages. Knights are great at attacking villages because if you crit it, you can take it 100 to 0.
Mm-hmm.
Thieves are great at attacking villages. They can't attack, but they can steal it 100 to 0.
Just flip it.
Other than those units, a trebuchet, which is a little bit tricky, or a dragon hitting a road village specifically, are the only things that can one-shot villages. If you want to take a village down from 100 to 0 over multiple turns, it's usually a good idea to smack it with like a commander first, because it won't do that much damage to your commander, you get a bit of groove, and another unit can finish it off. That being said, 2 full health swords over 2 turns can take down a village if they do nothing but attack it for 2 turns straight.
Oh, that's good to know. Thanks, Bean.
I'll be right back. My mic is dying, and sorry,
Thanks,
my laptop's dying. I gotta get a charger.
Oh shoot! Good
Oh
luck.
boy.
I'm so confused.
I like that play, Gleason. Where
What?
you moved a unit. I like that play.
Thank you.
Alright, time to watch the map. Why can't I watch the whole map?
That's it. You can turn on the stream now too.
I could also turn on the stream, but
Yeah.
I can also just watch the map.
You could. Your decision.
You're a grown man, Pumpkin.
You are a grown man, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm a grimmer. I'm not gonna be salty and leave.
I appreciate you, Punking. And now you get to sort of see. This is the interesting part. Now you get to see what has
I was
what has
doing?
been going on this entire time. In
Oh wow.
in like the regions that you didn't really get involved with.
Yeah, this is my.
What
this is my
were the
learning
water
phase.
what was the Water Tribe and Earth Kingdom up to before the Fire Nation committed genocide against the air nomads? I'm on an Avatar kick. I'm sorry, guys. I've just finished the original series.
Nice.
Punk. Is Punkin there?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
here.
I'm here. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
here.
The only reason I killed you is because you killed my dog.
Is that actually why?
Yes.
Just grudge from the start.
Oh my god. I didn't even kill. The first
Kills
thing I
dog
killed
next
was
turn,
Game
buys
Boy-
dragon.
So Bean, question.
Yeah.
Can your dog... I just want to know how many units it can see. I want to... Because is it 3 in...
Dogs
is it a 3
dogs
by
can
3?
see 3x3, and then on
No, it
mountains
is
it's
not.
5
It
by
is
5.
not 3x3. It's a 3 diamond.
Yeah. Sorry.
So, like,
3 by 3
you
diamonds.
can only see 2 diagonal?
Yes.
Yes.
That's how
Yeah.
it works.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
So
Oh, so
you can move 1 to the right and then 2 up, or 2 to the right and 1 up. You know, but it's a
Okay.
diamond. It's not a square.
Heads up, you're missing about 4.
Why would you ever tell me that? Okay.
'Cause I want you to back the fuck off.
Oh my god.
Why would I back off my side of the screen?
Because Punkings is now apparently all open for business.
Oh, I don't care about punking. I'm going for
What about
you,
that?
baby.
That's my business.
You're my day one, Gleason.
So you
Technically that is Liverett. Oh,
I'd say
thanks,
you
Beanie.
guys understand that if you leave all that to Liverett,
Yeah,
Oh, I
it
don't
could
care
be-
about
the
Liverett becoming a superpower. I only care about killing
the Liverett Empire.
There's like 4 unexplored dragons, Davy. I'm not going near that side of the map. I'm not going anywhere near it.
unknown amount of dragons.
Lurking
Unbeknownst.
nearby.
One might even say
UFT.
sneaky dragons.
Ooh,
I'm
Oh,
at a
yeah.
disadvantage because I have
What? No!
music.
Turn ended. Oh, lame.
I have music
Ah,
turned
you
off.
turned in.
Damn it.
UFD, unidentified flying dragons.
No, if you know they're dragons, then they're identified, right?
Yeah, but you don't know how many. That's the identified. Yeah, you don't know.
Or where?
Exactly. They could be anywhere.
Darn it.
Our dominion grows.
But if you're able to
Depending-
point out a UFD, then it becomes identified, right? If you can point
Okay,
out
so
that
it's-
it exists as
So
an
it's an IFD. So it's an IFD. An
unidentified
identified form.
Flying outside.
Flying
Oh my
dragon.
god. Great balloon usage. You're gonna have a very fun next turn.
Ooh.
I just heard some money get cashed.
I love it.
Oh, but oh no. Oh no.
Liverett, I really like these plays.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Liverett, you are doing phenomenal. I'm really sad that you're doing phenomenal because I mean I'm just dead, but you know, but that's cool. Like I really like what you're doing here. I do think I get the whole fog of war kind of strategy now. A bit more.
Bit more at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can definitely think of a couple of key moments I failed at.
I think there's a very small chance I'm in an undefendable situation.
I don't know.
Very small chance you're in an undefendable situation.
If he has 2 dragons that can hit my stronghold, I'm undefendable.
And you said this.
I can't remember what's your
Out loud?
range of.
Well, no, like
He's not
it's
exposing
back.
anything. Yeah.
If he has 2 dragons that can attack my stronghold, sorry, I can't defend it. My bad.
My bad, guys. Sorry.
My bad.
I don't know. This point in the game is just really fun to watch. I'm really impressed by seeing how big these empires have grown.
Sneaky,
How
nice
large.
job with the map.
Yeah, 100%, man. It's really great.
I'm glad you guys like it. Got to see a lot of fun things that the map can do, but there's also a few things that didn't even get done yet. Like I didn't even see a lot of fighting over the center island. I didn't see like the trebs come out. Oh, well, actually, maybe somebody has a treb. I just, I'm trying to trick you.
I see.
My original plan was to go for the center.
I only said a turn. I'd back off for a turn.
Oh, I see.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
Sorry,
What
Leverett.
goes around comes around.
Well, he actually said 2 turns if you pull up the replay, but I won't bring that up.
Let's check the instant replay.
If you pull up the replay, I went back when he didn't on my thing when he didn't respond.
Gleason had his fingers crossed.
Seeing as how Liverett hasn't talked one.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, my original plan was to go for the center, but I did spread myself out a bit too thin. Mostly because I'm just kind of scared about the whole two-front war.
Yeah.
And I guess I just didn't really I didn't really commit.
I don't know. It's hard to say what is the best possible strategy. I mean, at its core, obviously, you want to be able to mobilize as many units as possible and get as many villages as early as possible, just to make as much money early on. That way you can get more economy and send out more units. The sooner the better, obviously.
There's not enough.
Beyond
to
that,
do any
simple
of this.
mindset, which really applies to most games, I would say. Sometimes it's just getting surprised by something you did not expect to see in the fog, such as what happened at Punk King. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I am panic clicking trying to move everything.
Yeah, I need so many units. I need to move so much
That's
stuff.
true, that's
I don't
true.
have time to think. I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, the
Two
time
minutes
does
is a
get a
lot.
bit.
Even if
small
I'm trying to
as we go on.
think, I have too much to do.
What is the what are the options for turn timers?
There are a
Sneaky.
bunch of options for timers. You can have all the way down to 30-second turn timers.
Oh wow!
If you play on that, we've basically been calling it Blitzgroove. It's insane. I can't
Yeah.
keep up at 30 seconds.
Yeah.
If you're talking about like the crazy, like the top level players, like originally I was going to do an FFA on this with like Math Lord, who's probably one of the top 4 players in the world right now. They wanted to do like a minute a turn.
Oh my god.
On this map.
jeez.
How do you do this in a minute?
That's a lot.
But yeah, usually for a competitive format, it uses chess timers of 30 or 45 minutes. A chess timer is you can take as much time as you want on any one given turn, but you have a bank of time.
Yeah,
and once
yeah.
you spend it, you lose.
Yeah,
So 30 minutes
Yeah.
total.
I remember doing stuff like that with chess. I was very good at chess.
Competitive Pokemon, oddly enough, uses a timer
Yeah,
like that.
Pokemon does the same thing.
It's at least the VGC does the double battles too.
No,
always thought that was
single
interesting.
battles do too.
Does Showdown do it as well?
Yeah, Showdown does it.
I just know the in-game 2v2 competitive does it as well.
Yeah.
Why did
I mean, in a way that walls off the center from the knight being able to get. I don't know. I don't know what you did. I'm not.
Well, I wasn't thinking about that. I'm just wondering why I did so little damage to the cavalry. Like, I thought I'd do more than 10%.
Yeah, I really thought you would.
Was that a
So
full? Was that a full health unit?
rifles do a ton of damage to infantry. They
Uh,
don't do a lot of damage to other things. I actually have a full rifle guide video. But the short of it is that you want to use rifles against swords, spears, mages, that kind of thing.
Yeah, okay. Good to keep in mind.
Oh, so you want to use it against mages and send in cavalry.
Yeah, it's really interesting seeing Leverett's plays.
What do you think of my plays, Pumpkin?
Oh, that was a really nice one. You are doing pretty good. And
I'm trying.
I'm rooting for you as you have not done anything against.
I thought about it. I literally thought about going straight through the middle of the map, but too much effort.
Well, that would leave you weak on both sides. So
Shush, 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 shush.
Oh yeah.
It was actually a little bit deliberate designing this map because the center is usually very strong in most Wargroove maps, but I wanted to make it valuable but weak. If you go for the center, you're giving up a side, and
like
it's
that,
highly
Everett.
contested, and there aren't a lot of villages there for you to take.
But also that lets me know what you have there.
Interesting.
Ooh.
I am quaking in my booties right now.
Nice.
Dude, that was me like
Oh,
5 turns ago.
This gets even some pro players sometimes, but when you have a thief next to a hideout, make sure you hit deposit and not reinforce, or you'll just heal your thief. Not that anyone is in that situation.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
Is there a replay system in Wargroove? Like, can you save the replays of a match and then commentate it afterwards? Or like in the competitive scene, I saw that people were streaming matches. Do they just spectate it?
So there isn't
just-
a replay system,
Okay.
and folks have been asking for that for a while. But what the Groove of War usually does is they leave the match open. So, for example, if you're on PC, they'll Alt F4 out of it on the victory screen. And then
Oh.
what they'll do is they'll have someone who hasn't seen the match yet.
Oh, and so you'll join
Spectate
from
it.
the start, and that allows it to just play out entirely.
Yep.
Okay.
Can the horseman cross the carpet?
The carpet.
Yes. Yes, it can.
There's a pseudo replay system. Okay.
Listen, are you sure about this?
Oh no, that's just my guy's body blocking him. All right.
Ooh. Ooh.
Wait, hold
Oh
on.
my god.
Is there war going on down south? Oh, whoa!
Oh!
Oh.
Holy shit!
Oh my god.
You have underestimated.
I trusted him too much.
I trusted him too
Hey,
much.
I did say 1 turn.
Oh my goodness.
You just didn't know what else was a turn away.
This just got really interesting.
I mean, you said
Gleason-
2 turns, but...
Gleason
No, I
has done the
didn't.
world a
You
good
did say
Ah.
2 turns.
Gleason said
Said 2.
Gleason started off saying 2 turns. Liverett didn't respond, so Gleason then said 1
Liverett
turn.
has not responded to 1 word in this entire call. That is not a fair.
I was
Oh my
taking the trash. I
gosh.
have to use my data to continue playing the game.
Oh wow.
Liver, I know it's late and you had to be quiet, so thank you for sticking around and playing this out.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
It's really
Liverett.
nice.
And you also destroyed Punking, so that's pretty cool.
I
It's
still have
pretty
destroyed
funny.
Gleason,
Pretty rad, if you ask
but
me.
he tricked me.
Yeah.
Next time I know to not trust him anymore.
He does not have honor. It's almost as bad as him kicking one of your dogs.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh my
Gleason, that's a
gosh.
pretty interesting thing you did there. I like
Yeah.
that because like
Are you watching the
Like-
stream? Are you talking about this thing that he just
I'm
did
looking
here?
I'm looking at the screen. Oh wait, I feel like I don't know if what's it called, Bean Boy can see it, which is
What
why
is
I'm
it
not talking
called?
about it.
Calling me an it, bro?
No,
Real mature.
no, I just
Calling
can't
me
tell.
some kind of bean or something?
I'm calling.
Oh,
yes,
you-
I'm calling you a bean.
Well, you are.
I'm calling you a
He is a
bean.
bean, right?
Is it?
He is Bean Boy Blue.
Right?
I'm pretty sure he's a
Right?
bean.
I am loving that slowly advancing soldier.
this one right here.
It will conquer the world unopposed.
The one over here that I just clicked on.
He's slowly working his way.
Interesting. Now I'm excited to see how this plays out because we have now entered only 2 commanders remaining. I'm excited to see if we see them prioritize that vast array of empty space or heading in for the kill, if you will. So much mana to work
say,
with.
I wanted to make players have to choose between attacking and defending. I feel like there was a lot of attacking and not as much defending.
Well, I think that's a lot because we're newer players, to be completely honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I know. I sure as hell know I'm gonna be defending next turn.
Yeah, honestly.
Punking
Good
learned his
stretch.
lesson.
I did learn my lesson.
Found ya.
Oh,
Oh, nice. Hi, doggy.
Hi, doggy.
If you kill, you lose.
30 seconds left.
If you kill the dog, you
oh my
lose.
god. Oh my god.
The
Gleason.
first thing I
Gleason.
killed in this game was Bean's dog.
And it should be the
Killed my
last.
dog. You bastard.
Gleason.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Wait, what?
That's pretty good.
I never saw you.
It's pretty
What?
good use.
I didn't see
Yeah.
you buy that. Oh my gosh.
I was wondering why you bought a ship, but I realized that can actually be really nice.
That's actually
Alright, well, you
sick.
shouldn't have said he bought a ship, but I did figure out he
Oh.
bought a ship, so.
A whack.
I'm about to say, didn't you just find that out though?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I did not find it out. I do not know he has a ship currently.
Oh.
I guessed he has a ship, but I do not know.
So
They do
there's
now,
a weird
guys.
thing in Fog where if you have animations turned on, you kind of know what attacked you.
Oh, I don't have that turned on.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Can Rifleman move and shoot, or no?
No, the Rifleman can only shoot. Or move.
Yes.
I was about to say you can only attack while down.
I will be right back.
Boop, 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 boop.
What was that for?
He healed something. Does the Rifleman do more damage as the range increases, or is that not a factor?
So the Rifleman will always do the same amount of damage except when it crits. It'll crit on the third bullet.
Yes. Okay.
The Rifleman, it's a very gimmicky unit. It is not guaranteed to kill most things if they're standing just on planes. It'll bring them down to like 99 most of the time. Unless we're talking swords, it just obliterates swords. But it's really, really good for taking out pike lines, for zoning territory. You can use it in combination, even though it only does a little bit of damage. The fact that it can do damage from so far away can help you kill a commander, lots of fun stuff.
Can your guys hit my ship?
I would assume not, as they have not hit it.
Yeah, I thought they could, and I'm now remembering that they cannot.
Okay.
So
So
that's interesting.
don't worry about the warship.
The warship? I feel like I'm getting mixed
I've
signals
also
from
realized-
Jason on purpose.
That it is in the re- which, pretty interesting.
Oh yeah, that gives a crit.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's why I
Hey,
got.
Dragon, what is your YouTube, so I can read up on, watch up on my
Actually,
resources.
I'll link it in the stream chat as well.
Well, Bean, I will tell you something.
Yeah.
Where your units are placed, because they're right next to the ship, I can't actually shoot them because I have a minimum of 3.
Yeah, it also doesn't shoot ground units.
It's linked in the stream chat. I'll post it in the Discord
can
as
shoot-
well.
Thank
It can
you.
shoot
It
sea
shoots
units.
sea and air.
Okay,
and
so it
harpoons
can't.
are not sea. Unfortunately.
Oh, thank God you did that. That was the one unit that was worrying me.
Okay.
He crits if he has a defense or 3 or above. So if you're standing in trees, he crits.
I know.
Okay, cool.
This is interesting. I don't know who's gonna win.
Me neither.
Really?
I'll make this.
You moved
Whoa.
forward?
That was
Okay.
bold.
That was
I wanted the
incredibly
crit.
bold.
The
I
wagon
wanted the
didn't
crit.
die.
I wanted that crit badly.
That is quite bold, Gleason.
Wow. One could even say suicidal.
Yes.
And they'd be right to say that.
Oh yeah, no, I'm dead.
Yes. Why would you do that?
I wanted the crit on the wagon.
But why?
Didn't
what's
know how many
in the
units were
wagon?
up there?
Oh, I guess that's true. Yeah. I
Fog
guess
of
this
War.
this is Fog of War. Yeah. That's very true. I shouldn't say that. This is Fog of War. You did not know that. You do not have the same understanding of the map as I do at this point in time.
Yes. His knowledge is different.
Such as what happened to our dear friend Punking.
Punkan, as they call him.
Punkan.
Wait, my rifleman doesn't crit yet.
Punkan.
Yeah, but
Why did people say my rifleman was critting? I'm confused.
Yeah.
the dragon and a horseman will do it, and whatever's. Cool.
Both witches have their hex.
Is there anything in the?
No, the wagon is empty.
Oh, I thought it was full. All right, GG's.
I would very much like to do another game, but I do not know how long I'll be here.
Yeah.
And I'd hate to start one and have to leave in the middle of it.
And the wagon's gone.
Oh, wait, Bean. I'll send my commander farther in. Just let me get the wagon, please.
I'll think about it. How about that?
All right.
Oh, he's considering it. So how much will this do?
This mountain might help.
No.
No? Oh, good lord. Oh. Maybe?
So something to keep in mind.
Witch's hexes only do 10%.
And I don't think a hex...
Nope.
What?
Is there more?
Oh, yeah, you have the
nearby?
mage right there, duh.
Oh,
Yep.
there's a mage.
Sneaky. Okay, can a witch's hex kill a commander, or can they just bring it down to like a pixel of health?
It can kill a commander.
Okay, it
That
can.
being said, when you're attacking somebody on a mountain, you usually want to hex first.
Mm-hmm.
The reason being, it ignores defense, and the lower your health,
Yeah.
the lower your defense.
Lower they fight back as well.
Okay.
Alright,
Well, that was
so
a good game.
yeah, that
Very
was a
good
good
game.
game. I'd very much like to do another.
Yeah? Do you